just when you thought it was too expensive to go out for lunch. Along comes Oxford Convenience Plus Deli. Open at 6 a.m. for breakfast. Open till 10 p.m. for dinners. Lunch and dinner specials every day. Order by phone or fax. And Oxford Convenience will cater your special event with homemade food at convenient prices. Oxford Convenience Plus, Route 67 at Oxford Plaza, Oxford.
Janine woke up in a cold sweat. She remembered that she'd gone to a party the night before and gotten smashed out of her mind. The question is, who was this guy in her bathroom? What did he look like? What had they done? How had she gotten herself into this mess? What about AIDS? Then, much to her relief, Janine realized that unlike the rest of us, she was just a cartoon. Get high, get stupid, get AIDS.
Hello again, everyone. Ed Clements along with Buddy Chernovitz. We are at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. And on the center of the field, you see the captains for both teams. We normally would have had a stand-up by now, but let's just tell our viewers that there's been a lot of confusion before this football game. You can see one shot of the field, about the middle part of the field. There's been a question really up until about 45 minutes before this game as to whether this game in fact would be played. Already we are one day removed from when this game was to be played, and the field, to say the least, is not in very good condition. So we had to pretty much scramble. Again, just within 1 hour from this time, which I'm speaking to you now, we just learned that they were going to have a go. There was even a consideration. There again, you see a shot of the center of the field. The footing, to say the least, Buddy, is treacherous out here. Let me just complete the thought and say there was even a consideration to play, if we can get a shot later, on the soccer field that obviously drains a lot better than the football field here at Veterans Field, and we'll be developing this story during the course of the game.
Edward, Seymour will kick off. As you see, Naugatuck back ready to receive. The field has had a lot of sand placed on it, but the sand really is not going to help the footing between the 40-yard lines between the hash areas. It is treacherous, and it is going to really play a role in the ability of the football teams offensively in that area of the field. You see where the two teams are lining up right in the center. It's going to be very difficult to be able to run and to actually get the snap from the center because of the conditions down there. It is very wet, very muddy. They talked about moving the game to Seymour. That was changed, and we're ready to go here. We're playing at Veterans.
That is Brian Schultz for Seymour, end over end, driving the football deep. With the football, that is Jesse Slocum, finds a seam at the 30, the 35-yard line, tiptoeing down the sidelines, and then is finally taken out by the kicker, Schultz, at about midfield. So that's where Naugatuck will put the ball in play, 1st and 10, in excellent field position down at the Seymour 48.
You see Slocum just take the football. He almost slips as he gets started, but then he finds an excellent lane to this near side, the Naugatuck side of the field, and he runs the ball back across midfield to about the 43-yard line of Seymour before you see Schultz just knocking him out of bounds.
Greyhounds in their wing tee set. They have the football 1st and 10 from the Seymour 48. We're underway here at Veterans Field. On the wing tee look, that is Kuzma, and you can see the footing is very treacherous because he is very careful moving the football for a couple of yards. And let's take a look now at that Naugatuck offense.
Eddie, I think the offense will have an advantage, especially in this area of the field. They do know where they're going. Tough to get a footing, and it's very difficult to hold your ground, so the offense will have a slight advantage. Although the misdirection, as we saw last week with Naugatuck, did present a problem with that footing. We'll see how they handle it this week.
Let me reset for you that line of scrimmage. It is, in fact, now the 42-yard line of Seymour. Naugatuck has it, the second play from scrimmage. Second back through, that is Slocum, straight up the gut on the handoff from Mastropetro, and Slocum gets it down to the 37. Let's look now at the Seymour defense. R.J. Ritchie on the tackle along with Kevin Sympathy on that last play from scrimmage. And Naugatuck has a 3rd and 5 coming up. The football is placed at the 37.5-yard line of Seymour.
Right now, Mike, you've seen two plays right up the middle. Naugatuck not going to take any chances with the field. They're on the portion where it's very, very slippery. They'll go straight ahead. And not
Wing tee set for the Greyhounds. Slocum the wing back to the right side. 3rd and 5. The football marked at the 37.5. In motion, that is Slocum. And they give to Kuzma, and he is met at the line of scrimmage and driven back. Tom Agello, the nose guard, first to get to him along with Sympathy.
They're going to run a blitz inside. Watch the two linebackers. You'll see them enter your picture. And before Kuzma can get the football, he is going to get drilled. You see the stunning linebacker. The guard could not pick him up. The guard and the linebacker knocked Kuzma down. It's a 4th down for Naugatuck. So after an excellent kick return, Naugatuck is forced to punt the football.
Mastropetro back to punt the football away, and he gets it off. It's a high punt, sailing inside the 20-yard line, and inside now the 10-yard line. It will roll dead at about the 6-yard line of Seymour. So the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10 from their 6-yard line. Let's look now at the Seymour offense.
Not bad footing down in that area. So for Seymour, even though they're backed up, it's probably better footing at that end of the field than it is anywhere else, so they're going to get a break at least in having an advantage of having pretty good footing as they start this drive back on their own 5. Excellent punt by Mastropetro, pinning the Wildcats back at their 5.
Fullback is Tottenham. Behind him, the I-back is Ray. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 6.
Fumbled it.
Ray on the handoff, and there's a fumble on the play, and the Greyhounds have come up with it. Levine has the football, number 52, the inside backer.
That fumble had nothing to do with the field conditions. There was a very poor exchange between the quarterback, Kelly, and the tailback. You watch the fake. He does not get the ball into the pocket. You see number 27. I think that's Jacob Ray. Never had possession as the ball bounced forward. Naugatuck comes up with the turnover at the 8-yard line. So a big turnover by the Wildcats early in this first period.
So Naugatuck has the football now on the 8-yard line of Seymour, knocking on the door after the Seymour turnover. The ball is handed to Slocum. Slocum slithers his way down to about the 5-yard line as he went sideways into the line. He's tackled there by Scorantino along with Ritchie.
Very tentative footing as Slocum comes to the outside. Watch as he comes fake to the fullback inside, and then the off-tackle play. You see the two guards out in front. That's Levine and York. Gets a lane for Slocum. He brings it inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line.
So it's a 2nd and goal coming up for the Greyhounds, just underway from here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. Wing tee look for the Greyhounds. The quarterback is Mastropetro. That is Slocum again, trying the same side of the line. And Slocum, with that second effort, brings the football down to about the 2-yard line.
Same play they ran just a moment ago. They come back with Slocum. Again, you'll see the fake inside to the fullback. They're the two guards, 52 and 50, Levine and York, providing the convoy as Slocum gets very close to that goal line. You can see the ball just about the inside the 1-yard line. Nose of the football almost on the goal line. Excellent run by Slocum, Jesse Slocum, to get it down to the 1 as Mastropetro. They go to the bone.
And 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line, and Slocum again, the 3rd time he's carried the football. Slocum in for the score, and Naugatuck takes a quick 6-0 lead here at Veterans.
Just a wishbone play again. Slocum, the power back. We've seen him run that football in short yardage situations. He will follow Kuzma and Solosi inside, and then just gets his shoulder square up to the goal line for the touchdown. Turnover and 3 plays, Jesse Slocum into the end zone for the Wildcat, or for Naugatuck.
Edmonds will convert on the extra point to sophomore Joe Edmonds, and Naugatuck takes a 7-0 lead here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. We've got a timeout in the action, and let's take this timeout.
Over the last 10 years, we've all learned some hard lessons about the value of money. We've discovered who we trust and who we want to do business with. Housatonic Lumber has been in business for nearly 90 years, and we have the real experts who can help you with your remodeling projects right through to your own dream home. So you can make a choice. You can do business with a warehouse chain who gives their employees a 6-week crash course in building materials, or you can do business with Housatonic Lumber. We've dedicated generations to this business.
Blanchette Sporting Goods, a complete line of top-quality name-brand sports equipment. Athletic shoes by all the top manufacturers. Supply your team from head to toe with customized sportswear. Trophies and plaques for all occasions, custom engraving on the premises. Let them know your team with a large selection of licensed goods. Above all, customer service is a top priority. Blanchette Sporting Goods in Shelton. We don't just know sports, we live it.
We're back, everyone, and we're into this first quarter of play. Again, this game actually did start on time today, but the interesting situation that developed before the game, there was a lot of controversy about just what would happen. Would there be a game, and where would it be played? And finally, a joint decision was made to play it up here on this regular football field at Veterans Field. There's a short kickoff by Naugatuck taken by Scorantino, and Scorantino finds a seam, and he gets the football close to midfield for the Wildcats before he's taken down by Hayward on the play, along with the Solozzi. So the Wildcats will have the football, excellent field position. Let's check now that Naugatuck defense that came up with the fumble on Seymour's first possession here this afternoon. And then it was just a matter of the Naugatuck Greyhounds going 7 yards for the touchdown with Slocum scoring. First down, the football at the 47-yard line of the Cats. Let's see if they put it up. They go on the air. That is, they go to the fullback. That is Jeff Tottenham. He goes straight ahead before he's slammed down by Lucky.
This is just a straight ahead play to the fullback. You see the guard on the trap as they double the nose and then trap. That looks like sympathy on that trap, and then Tottenham just goes straight ahead for about 3 yards. Again, this is the most treacherous area of the field. Not easy to do anything offensively at this part or area of the field.
And there's a loose ball on the exchange from center to quarterback, and Kelly does pick it up, and then he is hit immediately by the center of that Naugatuck line. So it'll be a 3rd and long coming up for the Cats, and as Buddy mentioned, that is by far the most treacherous part of this football field.
Even the center quarterback exchange is extremely difficult because the mud of the football gets on it, and also just getting the ball up out of the mud is tough. As you see Kelly there being able to pick up the football. All of you who have played in mud know that it's a slop mess, and this is what that area of the field is as Kelly gets over the ball on a 3rd down. A tough area to operate out of.
The Cats go split backfield on 3rd down, and Kelly goes to the air. And Kelly has a receiver out there. It is Ray slipping as he went to catch the football. It's an incompleted pass. Hayward on the coverage.
Looks like Jacob Ray has the football. I don't think Hayward is able to touch it. As you watch the quarterback, 2 hands, just getting rid of the football. Nice throw under the conditions. Ray right there was going down, was unable to hold it as he hit the ground, but he was going down, lost his footing, could not pull it in. It's a 4th down in a punting situation for Seymour.
And where Ray went down, that is one of the better places on the football field, so that ought to give our viewers an idea of the conditions we're playing under here. That is Brendan Hayward taking Schultz's punt back to his 24-yard line, and the Greyhounds will have it 1st and 10 from that point. Jacob Ray on the tackle for Seymour.
This is definitely a day that you want to play field position, and I don't think you're going to see many drives of any length because of the difficulty in playing. And there you see right on the side the muck that the water is just permeating up out of the ground, percolating through, and it is making it just a miserable day. And the warmer it gets, I think the more water that's going to seep up from the groundwater that is under this field.
First down for the Greyhounds, and that is Kuzma coming off his wingback spot and advancing the football across the 25 to the 27, where he's hit by Mullen.
Kuzma just comes on the same play that they were running before to Slocum. It's just fake to the fullback, come back on the little inside power, part of that wing package. They're not getting outside. They're not going to be able to get wide. They're just trying to come inside the end between the tackle and guard, find the seam, and get whatever yardage they can. Good job by Kuzma picking up about 4 on that first down carry.
So 2nd down coming up for the Greyhounds. They're just outside their 25-yard line. We're in the first quarter here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. Again, that is Kevin Kuzma carefully wending his way through the wet conditions there, taken down by Ritchie close to the 30-yard line.
Again, Kuzma running the exact same play they ran before to Slocum. This time, Solosi lead blocks for him. He picks up about 4. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Greyhound offense as they're right around the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line.
Third down for Naugatuck. They lead it 7-0 in the early going here on Telemedia's Valley High School football game of the week. That is Slocum, Jesse Slocum, and he is stopped after he crosses the 30-yard line, and looking at the line to gain across the field, he's going to be short of the yardage needed for the first down. Ritchie on the stop for Seymour.
2 guards again, Levine and York leading. Slocum did not get a block at the point of attack, was unable to pick up that first down, and it will force the Greyhounds into a punting situation. You're going to see an awful lot of the special teams, especially the punters, this afternoon.
So Mastropetro back to punt the football away, and he gets off a fine punt. He sails it down inside the 40-yard line. It's going to roll dead at about the 33-yard line of Seymour, where Seymour will take the football over once again.
There you get a pretty good indication of the mud. As our camera pans back to the sidelines, operating out of that area is going to be next to impossible for that offensive unit. And Seymour has been in that the last 2 times, 2 possessions. So we'll see how Kelly is able to handle it here as they're ready to go with their 3rd possession.
Seymour, there's no question about it, no secret. They like to air the football out. They are a passing team. This is a junior and sophomore dominated team. Just about everyone on this field for Seymour is going to be back next year. That is Jacob Ray taking the swing pass from Kelly and taken out of bounds on the far side of the field by Mastropetro and Slocum.
Kelly did a good job going to his secondary receiver. He wanted to come downfield. Watch right away. He tries to hit the slant pass after faking to the fullback, then comes off it, throws the out pattern, little swing pattern to Ray, picks up about 4, but a nice job by Kelly going to that secondary receiver. As you see Coach Paul Sponheimer down on that far side.
Pick up a 4 on the play. It'll be a 2nd down coming up from the 37-yard line of Seymour. They're down by a score of 7-0 in this traditional rivalry. They give to the fullback. That is Tottenham. Tottenham for some good yardage off the right side. Bounces off a couple of Greyhounds. Finally taken down in the secondary. But not before Seymour's come up with the first down.
Good job going to the fullback as he comes into the belly hole and then breaks it back outside. Breaks a tackle right there from the end. And then Lucky and company wrap him up. That's Slocum, but not before Seymour gets their initial first down of this football game. Crossing midfield, they're down around, or they're right at midfield, excuse me, about their own 49. Tough to see that yard marker.
2 wide receivers either side of the field. Once again, there's a problem with the exchange from center to quarterback, but Kelly, who is quite intelligent, picks up the ball and rolls to the right and makes something positive out of the play before he's taken down by Slocum.
Again, problem with the snap is you see Kelly there with Bobby Keller, the offensive coordinator. The ball just does not get up. He picks it up and then very smartly gets to the outside, avoids the tackle from number 72, Bert Hughes, gets around the corner before Slocum wraps him up, drags him out of bounds, close to that first down yardage. It'll be a 2nd and about 2. Nice job by Chris Kelly.
Ball now down at the 43-yard line of Naugatuck. So Seymour is putting together a drive as they set up Sweet as the tight end to the right side. 2nd and short from the 43. They give to Ray, and before Ray gets ahead of steam, we've got a flag dropped and the whistles blow on the field, and let's await the call.
It's going to go against Naugatuck, so it will give the Wildcats a first down as they move out of that real tough area, and they will move down across the 40 to about the 38-yard line of the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
Buddy, I had a chance to walk, as did you, had a chance to walk this field before the game, and we walked through a few areas. Seymour is going to be going in the direction and in the area of the field where it is rather dry when they get about 10 yards from where they are now, and they are now at the 38-yard line. There's a good stretch of dry turf as Sweet sets up as the tight end to the right side. 1st and 10 for the Cats. They run Ray again. Ray off the right side. He is wrestled down. I believe that's Hughes on the tackle.
Watch as Ray comes up. He is very tentative as he gets to the line of scrimmage. You see Tottenham leading him. And then right there, Hughes along the ground, along with Solosi, wrapping him up. Picks up about 2.5 yards on that first down carry for the Wildcats.
So it's a 2nd and long coming up for the Wildcats, and they flank Morey out to the left side, Parkasevich to the top part of your screen. 2nd and long, and again, Sweet will set up the tight end to the right side. Kelly is the quarterback, only a junior. And Kelly back to throw on 2nd down, fires it over the middle. It is incomplete, intended for the tight end Sweet, and broken up by Mastropetro.
Sweet just comes straight down the middle, as you see Chris Kelly set up. Throws a strike, but he throws it into coverage as very good job. You see there a tip, and then another Seymour or Naugatuck player. That was Mastropetro right on the back of Sweet, the intended receiver. It'll bring up a 3rd and long for Seymour.
So split backs for the Cats at this point, 3rd and long at the 37-yard line of Naugatuck. Naugatuck leads it 7-0. Kelly back to throw as a receiver out there. It is incomplete. Once again, his receiver has fallen on the play. Parkasevich, the intended receiver.
Usually the receiver has an advantage. He does know where he's going. With the feet of Parkasevich, Gary Parkasevich, he just loses his footing as Kelly throws a bullet down there. Look at, falls down, unable to get it as he was open. Interesting call right here for Paul Sponheimer. He is going to go for it on 3rd and long unless they shift to that punt. Field position is very important on this 4th down right now.
4th and long from the 37-yard line, split backs. Kelly looking out to his left side. Now over the middle, it is tipped and incomplete. Getting a hand on the football was Parkasevich. It was tipped up. Slocum on the coverage for Naugatuck. The ball will be turned over to the Greyhounds.
Seymour went to the trips formation, got 4 receivers out there. We'll see Kelly has a lot of time to throw the football. Finally picks out a receiver downfield and overthrows him. Not a good throw inside there. He was open. It'll bring up a 4th down for, or excuse me, it will bring the ball over to the Naugatuck Greyhounds as they will start their 3rd possession of this football game right at about the 36-yard line.
Buddy, let's just tell our viewers that as part of our analysis at halftime, we might want to go into some of the preliminary considerations that were made and some of the controversy leading up to this game. Let's get into that at halftime.
We were unable to interview the coaches because they were just caught up in this decision-making process, so that we're unfortunately unable to bring to you as Naugatuck is ready.
And they give to Solosi straight ahead out of the wing tee look, and he is bottled up at that line of scrimmage, the middle of the Seymour defense in on the play, led by the middle linebacker, Kevin Sympathy.
Just straight ahead, notice Solosi cannot get any head of steam up as he is really wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. You see Sympathy number 50 there in company. No gain for Naugatuck. It's 2nd down. Again, they're right in some of that mud. It's very tough to snap the ball, and I'm surprised they didn't make a decision to move it out of that mud more to the center of the field, but they haven't.
2nd and 10 for the Hounds. And Mastropetro wants to put it up. Has a receiver all alone out there, the tight end Paul Lucky, but Mastropetro overthrew Lucky at the Seymour 45-yard line. Lucky was all alone.
You'll see the 2 guards getting out in front of Mastropetro, and that's, again, Levine and York wide open as you see there. Paul Lucky, the ball is just overthrown. It'll bring up a 3rd down for Naugatuck, and as soon as Mastropetro threw that ball, he was running right toward the sidelines. Craig Peters just stopped him, put his arms around him, and talked to him for a short time before sending him back to the huddle. He might have been able to run the football also as he was outside with 2 pretty good-sized convoy people in Levine and York. Chose to throw it and didn't get the completion, so it's 3rd and long right now for the Greyhounds.
3rd and 10 from the Naugatuck 36-yard line, waning moments of the first quarter. Again, Mastropetro rolls out, looking downfield, has Hayward out there and now runs the football. Mastropetro for the 1st down and all the way down to the 44-yard line of the Cats before he's taken down by Morey.
And that must have been exactly what Coach Craig Peters put his arms around his quarterback and said. He said, the corner is there, take it. They come right back with the same play. Watch Levine and York. They do a good job right there getting rid of the defensive end, and then there's nobody on the corner as Master Picho gets around it for excellent yardage and the first down as he crosses the 40 to about the 45-yard line of the Wildcats. Good call by Craig Peters and his staff. Coach Harrison up here next door obviously saw that. As you see, wiping some of that mud out of his eyes is Bert Hughes. Getting back in there as it's going to be a tough day. It's a kind of John Madden day here as it is mud, mucky, and you're going to have everything coming off your uniform by the end of this one.
You actually seem like you would like to be out there. You'd like to be out there rolling around.
The guys that are enjoying this game the most are those players, because this is the type of day you just want to play. It's not real cold, and it's a beautiful type of day to play. That field is just, they love it, believe me.
First down, the football spotted at the 45, and that is Kuzma to the 30, 25-20, and still on his feet all the way down to the Wildcat 10-yard line before he's taken down by Morey. Kevin Kuzma on the running play from the 45-yard line of Seymour.
Watch Gerald Morey, the junior, as Kuzma breaks the line of scrimmage, gets excellent blocking, but watch Morey fight off two blockers as Kuzma tries to read the blocks. He's got two guys down there. Look at him. And then Morey just holds his ground. You guys got to watch that young player. Waits for help and gets some help to bring him down. If Kuzma and company do not get in the end zone, that will be a big play in this football game. Gerald Morey, young people, notice how he played off that block, able to stop and make that tackle.
We played one quarter here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck, and our score is Naugatuck 7, Seymour nothing.
Hot Tops in Seymour are your #1 custom printing professionals. Our automated textile printer can handle any size order quickly and beautifully. Artwork can be reproduced or designed for you in our graphic art department. Add in-house embroidering and see why Hot Tops is #1. After 12 years in business, Hot Tops offers the best in quality printing and personal service. Just listen to our customers.
Very professional.
Excellent quality.
Hot Tops did exactly what I wanted and delivered it on time.
The Valley Chordsman Barbershop Chorus invites you to the Kennedy High School Auditorium on Highland Avenue in Waterbury on Saturday, November 21st for an evening of harmony and entertainment as they present the 45th annual Look Out World, A Night with the Champions show. The show features the 1990 International Quartet Champions along with the Ladies Quartet Champions from Sweet Adelines, plus much, much more. That's Saturday, November 21st at the Kennedy High School Auditorium in Waterbury. Come on down and spend a night with the champions.
Welcome back, everyone, to start the second quarter here at Veterans Field. And Naugatuck has it deep in Seymour's territory at the 11-yard line. That's where the football is marked. And that is Slocum running the football to the 5, and Slocum in for the score. Jesse Slocum, his second touchdown on the afternoon. From 11 yards out, the senior captain.
Excellent cut by Slocum. As you'll watch as he comes around the corner, watch him look for a little opening. Again, the two guards out in front of him, and then look at him just find the seam and then dart inside, getting himself into the end zone. 11 yards right at the beginning of this second quarter. A second touchdown by Jesse Slocum, and the Naugatuck Greyhounds quickly out in front here, 13-0, about to become 14.
And that's just what it is as Edmonds, the sophomore, drills the football through the uprights, and Naugatuck has gone up on top in this traditional game, 14-0 over Seymour.
Here's the extra point. Excellent hold. Master Picho gets it down right through the up. That's a beautiful shot as the ball straight through the center of those uprights, and Naugatuck quickly on top here, 14-0. As you see, Craig Peters has to be pleased with his offense. Last week we watched that offense have difficulty on this same field, which last week was not as bad as it is today. I thought last week that Holy Cross and the Wishbone were able to really take advantage of the field conditions more than the Greyhounds. Today the Greyhounds have learned a little bit and are running the football extremely well against the Seymour Wildcats.
And if you'll remember, buddy, when we had Todd Bennett, our Blanchette's player of the game, on at the conclusion of last week's game, he admitted the fact that it was that field was more conducive to Holy Cross's offense,
North-South offense,
than Naugatuck.
Naugatuck certainly has learned a lesson, and they are up 14-0 with only 5 seconds have gone by here in this second quarter. Naugatuck will kick now to the Wildcats, and Seymour has to get an offensive drive going. And again, that's going to be tough to do in this field.
End over end, that is Edmonds' kick coming down in the direction of Parkasevich.
Nice wall outside.
Gary Parkasevich still on his feet at midfield, and Gary is one tough customer as he brings the football all the way down to the 44-yard line of Naugatuck. Gary Parkasevich before he stopped by Fernandez and Hayward.
Excellent wall to that Seymour side of the field as Parkasevich took the football, and you'll watch him get up the far sidelines. He's going to get some great blocks, and he will do a good job himself outrunning some people. Right there, Hayward misses him. He just outruns that tackle, and then he is inside with a good fake to avoid the tackle there. Finally roped out of bounds by number 32 for Naugatuck, Mr. Fernandez, the sophomore, as Seymour is ready to go.
Well, they spot the football at the 46 of Naugatuck, and they give to the up back, that is Tottenham, and Tottenham barrels off the left side close to the Naugatuck 40-yard line on first down.
That's a great shot as you look right across the field, background of the stands. You see Coach Tracy there, and you just get a good look at what they're playing on. Fullback bounces it outside. That's Tottenham. Gets about 3.5 yards on a pretty good first down carry. Seymour running that inside very well so far in this football game.
Parkasevich to the top part of your screen. Maury out of your picture out to the right side on second down for the Cats at the 42 of Naugatuck. Kelly on the option. He is dragged down. There's a loose ball on the play. It is picked up by Naugatuck, and let's see how they rule it. It is Naugatuck's football at the 45-yard line. Jay Solozzi falling on the football.
Naugatuck comes with a blitz. You watch inside linebackers, see their heads right at the top of the picture. Here comes Lucky and company. There's Kuzma. Kuzma gets a piece of the quarterback. As he goes down, he drops that football. Kuzma caused the fumble. He rolled it out. The recovery made by Solosi right at the 45-yard line of Naugatuck. And again, another turnover by the Wildcats put this Naugatuck offense in pretty good field position. They have converted on 2 of their first 3 possessions as they're about to start their 4th, and they've had 2 fumbles, which the Wildcats have given them good field position.
That is Solozzi running the football. He is knocked down by Maury. A good straight-on tackle by the junior.
Off tackle belly, we saw last week the belly play came a big play for Naugatuck near the end of that game. This time Solosi gets the outside. Maury just stands him straight up after a 2-yard gain. You see Coach Sponheimer there talking to his defense. They've got to come up big. He cannot afford to fall behind 21-0 on this field today. The offense has given Naugatuck some excellent field position. The fumble at the 8-yard line, and now this one have given Naugatuck some room to move.
So it's a second down coming up for Naugatuck. They are at the 44-yard line of Seymour. And Master Petro wants to put it up, but we've got flags again dropped either side of the field, and let's await the official's call.
Again, against the Naugatuck Greyhounds, they will go back to a 2nd and 13 now. Trying to come outside on that bootleg again, and the ends got a lot of pressure on them for Seymour. They've got to contain. As we saw just a moment ago, Master Petro will put that football down and run it, so he is a double threat, especially on a field like today where he has the ability to be able to stop, throw, or to get outside. He's got 2 pretty good blockers going with him in Levine and York, and that gives him an opportunity to make a decision about the throw or run.
So it's a second down coming up for Naugatuck, 2nd and 13. They have the football now at the Seymour 49-yard line. We're into the second quarter, and Naugatuck leads it 14-0 on our telemedia game of the week. Master Petro throws it out short, a nice catch by Kuzma, a one-handed grab by Kevin, and he is taken down there at the 45-yard line. It's a short gain. Parkasevich on the tackle for Seymour.
Kuzma just comes from his wingback position. He will come right out into the flat as you see him release off the line, just turn out, watch the catch. Great concentration. Hayward goes down the field. from the split position to try and give some room to Kuzma. He makes a great catch. We saw him 2 weeks ago with that one-hand catch for the touchdown. Comes back on another big one. It'll be about a 3rd and 9. You should see the football marked right at the 45-yard line.
McGettigan checks in at wideout for the Greyhounds, and you see him in this picture of the line of scrimmage. McGettigan in for Hayward. And 3rd and long coming up for Naugatuck. That is Kuzma carefully moving with the treacherous footing out there on the carry. Mullen and Sympathy around the football defensively for Seymour. It'll be a 4th down coming up for Naugatuck.
Kuzma will follow Hughes and York around the corner. Levine and company wrapped up by Sympathy. Sympathy drags him down. It'll be a big 4th down. Naugatuck not going to go for it. They're just going to punt the football. Back the Wildcats up, force them to go 80 yards or so for the touchdown if they want it. If they can do it on this field, got to take their hat off to them.
Parkasevich is back deep, and Master Petro sort of pooches the kick, and it's a fine punt, and the ball is down there by Naugatuck at the 14-yard line of Seymour, so the Cats will have it, but they're deep in their own territory. We've got a break in the action, and let's take this timeout.
No job is too big or too small for Chippy's Service Station. We do all major and minor repairs and mechanical work for foreign and domestic vehicles. And we offer 24-hour long and short-distance towing. When you have difficulty finding parts, when your new car needs servicing, or when your business really depends on it, come to Chippy's Service Station, 136 Wakely Avenue, Ansonia, 734-9648, servicing the Valley since 1949.
North Carolina Furniture, where we buy direct to save you money. For the dining room, we have a wide array of formal dining room sets, cherry, mahogany, maple, and oak. And for the living room, choose from a selection of Chippendale sofas, colonials, camelbacks, and more. We have Queen Anne chairs and sofas, recliners with solid oak frames starting at just $169. And just look at this beautiful 3-piece set of tables for only $289. Whatever you need, we've got it. Over 100 lines of furniture to choose from with savings you won't believe. You all come down now, you hear?
We're back, everyone. Seymour has the football after the Naugatuck punt. They're deep in their own territory. Kelly puts it up on top on 1st down and completes the pass on the far side of the field to midfield, down to the 40-yard line, the 30-yard line. That is Parkasevich to 20, and finally taken down at the 10-yard line. Gary Parkasevich taken down by Solozzi, but the Cats are in business.
That is a great play. Parkasevich does the turnout. Watch him stop. Now it's just a short pass, and then he breaks a tackle, and Naugatuck just thinks that he's tackled here. He breaks Hayward's tackle and then outruns Master Petro, and along comes Solozzi in this foot race. Look at Solozzi. He's like a thoroughbred as he will get him at the 5. Great tackle, but a great running catch. Parkasevich from Chris Kelly.
So the Cats have a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line of Naugatuck. Split backs for Seymour. They want to get back into this football game, and they've got an opportunity to do so right now. They hand off to the fullback. That's Tottenham, and Tottenham in for the score.
And that is a big touchdown for the Wildcats as they are back in it. One big play from Parkasevich. And here comes the fullback, Tottenham. He will go off tackle about 5 yards into the end zone. And the Wildcats suddenly have cut the lead in half here with 7:05 left to go in this second quarter. A big, big play. See Chris Kelly on the sidelines there as Kelly hit the little out pattern, and then Parkasevich did the rest.
That's been the combination for Seymour all year long. The extra point kick by Schultz is blocked.
Either Solosi or Hayward got it, that one, as you see Solosi and Hayward was on the ground. Our spotters say it was Jay Solosi, but they got that one clean. Let's see if it is. The hold is excellent, and this is someone made a mistake here on covers. They let the inside guy come through, as he is going to get that one and just bat it right back in the face of Schultz. And Solosi coming from the inside. They did not block that inside lane on the end, and Solosi found the seam, knocked the ball back. It's a 14-6 football game with 7:05 left to go here in the second quarter.
And Buddy, one thing about the Seymour Wildcats all year long, we have seen it. They might only have the 2 wins on the year, but they can put the points up on the scoreboard. They have an explosive attack.
They've been involved in 2 road running games the last 2 weeks. They lost one 2 weeks ago
to Lyman Hall.
And that was like a 45-44 game. And then last week against North Haven, 35-34 game. And they just really offensively have been able to put some points up. And they're going to be in this football game with that offense. Their defense just has to slow the Greyhounds down a little bit for their offense to catch up. But we may see a road race at this one. As Gary Parkasevich, that was just a great run after the catch from Chris Kelly.
Schultz will be kicking off for Seymour. Naugatuck leads it 14-6. Comes down, that is with the football, Slocum. And Slocum is taken down almost in his tracks. Mike Klaczynski on the special teams. On the tackle. And let's see what Naugatuck can do with the football.
Good kick, and then the attempt by Slocum to get the ball upfield met with very good coverage by that Seymour special teams unit as they'll start right at the 28-yard line.
Well, let's see what the Greyhounds do. They lead it by a score of 14-6. We're in the second quarter of our telemedia Valley High School football game of the week. Master Petro is rolling. We've got a flag dropped on the field. That is Ritchie all over him. And Master Petro got off the pass, goes incomplete, and now we have to just see what happens with the flags.
There's a penalty. The offensive lineman, number 52, that's Dave Levine. He touched the football. He cannot touch the football. So that's going to be a penalty. Whatever else they have, because there are 2 flags there, we'll sort it out. But I got a feeling it's all against the Greyhounds.
We also have a flag down in the middle of the field.
So it doesn't appear that anything is going to happen.
Nothing
good for,
positive is going to happen
Naugatuck.
for Naugatuck on this one, because they're going to get a penalty for touching it, and something inside happened, maybe holding penalty. Watch as the Master Petro is going to get great pressure. Seymour people will put tremendous pressure on him as he is to avoid the sack. He really just throws the football.
All right, here comes the called illegal forward pass against Naugatuck.
And when the ball was thrown, watch right here, Levine is he just whacks it to the ground. That you can't do. That's a no-no. So they're going to get a loss of down on this one also. It'll bring up a second and about 15 as they'll get a 5-yard penalty plus the loss of down.
Well, last year, Buddy Levine was wearing a number in the 80s. He was a backup tight end. He could have done that last year, but not this year. It's a 2nd and long coming up for the Greyhounds. And a double handoff. That's Slocum with the football. He bounces outside to the 30, 35, the 40, and down the sidelines goes Jesse Slocum, the 30, the 20, and Slocum goes in for the Naugatuck score. Jesse Slocum, and that happens to be that young man's 3rd touchdown on the afternoon.
Slocum bounced the crisscross counter to the outside. He will go 70 yards, and he very quickly answers the Seymour long touchdown as Parkasevich could not catch up to Slocum as Slocum broke contain. There's the inside double handoff from Kuzma back to Slocum, and then right there he bounces it outside. Here's the good block right there. Keeps Parkasevich to the outside, and then Slocum is able to beat Gary Parkasevich all the way into the end zone, 70 yards on the run from Jesse Slocum.
So the extra point attempt by Edmonds, and Edmonds makes his third conversion of the afternoon, and Naugatuck has extended their lead to 21-6.
So just as we said, the Seymour football team answered with a very quick touchdown. Naugatuck comes right back in less than 32 seconds to give the Greyhounds now a 21-6 lead. Coach Sponheimer talking to his special teams unit as this, Nick, you see the mud. Definitely a shower day. You're going to have to get into that shower with your entire uniform. You don't want to bring that home to mom to throw into the washer, as it is just a mud pile out here. Both football teams now able to show some offense. It'll be a question as to how much defense the teams can play here, as the points in this first half, we've had 27 points scored on this field, and it was a road race that time as Slocum comes down the near side for 70 yards.
And I don't believe we have seen the end of the scoring here this afternoon. Both teams are capable of lighting up that scoreboard. We already documented the fact that Seymour puts a lot of points on the board, and Naugatuck, aside from the shutout loss to Holy Cross last week, they've been scoring quite liberally all year themselves. So both teams with potent offenses, as Ray on the kickoff return is hemmed and brought down. There's a loose ball on the play, but they might have marked the football dead where Ray was tackled. Todd Speranzini on the hit for Naugatuck. It will be Seymour's football.
Watch here, you're going to see a clip that will not be called because the clip comes at the tackle. Watch the Seymour guy right on the back there clipping number 34 for Naugatuck as he made the tackle, and that was Speranzini. He made the tackle and they waved off the clip as the ball is at the 28.
1st and 10 for Seymour at the 28-yard line. Second quarter action. In motion, that is Ray, and Kelly airs it out. Parkasevich, and Parkasevich midfield, 40-yard line down to the 30, looking to cut it back, and at the 23-yard line. But now let me see if that's Parkasevich or Tottenham who caught the football for Seymour.
That's Parkasevich.
Parkasevich, 83.
Hayward made the tackle. A great play. I tell you, I've seen a lot of screens, but that's a great screen as the Parkasevich, they send motion, then Parkasevich comes back to the ball along the line of scrimmage and then just takes it up inside as they form a pretty good wall. The Wildcats, Tracy and company, get him a lane, and he gets boxed up by Hayward, but brings the ball down about the 24.
Get out the calculators, because we are in the midst of a shootout. That is Tottenham on the first down carry, being bottled up by Levine.
Seymour's got to get this one in the end zone. That was a great play as, again, Parkasevich with outstanding speed brings the ball down inside the 25, and then they come right back to Tottenham on the fullback. Belly off tackle. Pretty good job by Naugatuck closing it off. Picks up about 2, 2nd down and long.
Naugatuck brings in another secondary player in their defense, and they have Fernandez check out on 2nd down, 2nd and long for Seymour at the 22-yard line. Another swing pass, Parkasevich again. This time the Greyhounds are equal to the task defensively, as the backers Levine and Lucky are in on the tackle for Naugatuck.
Same play that time as they come again to Parkasevich, and they're doing this because Naugatuck is blitzing. A lot of inside pressure. Levine gets back outside, gets some help from Solosi. They tackle him, but again, that was the same play they just made big yardage on, and the Greyhounds are blitzing on the Wildcats. Seymour choosing to throw the football to try and beat that blitz. They've been successful on it. We'll see what they do here on a 3rd and about 5.
Ball is at the 19-yard line of Naugatuck. Seymour with a 3rd and 5, looking to draw within a score. There's a fly pattern by Kelly. It is incomplete, almost picked off by Master Petro.
Kuzma got a piece of Kelly as he threw the fade route. Chris Kelly, again, is getting tremendous pressure inside. Naugatuck sends the linebackers. They come right up the middle with Kuzma. You see Lucky, but Kuzma almost dragging Kelly to the ground as he threw that one. Master Petro gets the interception. He's out of bounds, though, and he gets it. It'll bring up a 4th down for Seymour. Big play right here early in this second half, or first half.
The intended receiver in the last play from scrimmage was Jacob Ray. So it's a 4th down coming up for the Cats at the 19-yard line. The Greyhounds showing blitz. The blitz is picked up. The pass is thrown out. Incomplete. Over the middle. Parkasevich was the intended receiver. Hayward on the coverage. Parkasevich did slip going for the football.
Again, pressure on Kelly. They pick it up, but Kelly is throwing early, or being forced to throw early, and that's got to be the game plan of Naugatuck. As you see, unable to hold the football coming down the middle is Sweet, but Naugatuck has got to feel that they want to pressure Kelly, force him to throw early, and they're playing their secondary in man coverage, forcing their people to play man-to-man, but putting the pressure on the quarterback they think is the way to go to try and stop this Seymour passing attack. They've been rather successful with it so far in this game.
First down for the Greyhounds as they take over on downs from their 19, and that is Slocum with the football. The 25, the 30, Slocum to the outside, the 40, midfield, the 40-yard line before he's bumped out of bounds by Ray. Jesse Slocum piling up the yardage in the first half here.
Great job by Jacob Ray again for you young players. He got his angle. He knew that he could not catch him earlier. He just takes in, runs him out of bounds more than anything else as Slocum breaks the line of scrimmage. Again, the footing for Slocum very good. Watch Ray right there at the top of your picture. He cannot catch him by going sideways. He's just going to rope him out of bounds, finally around the 40-yard line, prevent the touchdown, but a good job by Jacob Ray on defense. Excellent run by Jesse Slocum, as he's got to have well over 130 yards in this game.
First down for Naugatuck at the Seymour 40-yard line. The double hand-up, the second back through, I should say, that is Slocum on the scissors play, taking the football all the way down to the 25-yard line. Jesse Slocum before he stopped in the secondary by Parkasevich.
Slocum is just eating up the yards on this little inside reverse. He follows his blockers who have opened up huge holes inside. You see Parkasevich getting a piece of the tackle, but another first down right around the 26-yard line for the Greyhounds.
First down for Naugatuck down at the 26-yard line of Seymour. They already lead at 21-6. Again, Slocum running the football in the secondary, and Slocum down to the 19-yard line, and I believe he's picked up another first down. Jeff Tottenham on the Seymour tackle.
Naugatuck is telling you something about their offense. They have run that play 3 straight times. Here comes the same play up to Slocum. They're running off tackle. You see right there, number 50, Shane York, gets down the field about 8 yards before he has anybody to block. This one will come back, though, is going to be a penalty against the Greyhounds. Move it back to the 40, close to the 40, about the 37-yard line. But that has been the same play that Jesse Slocum has been running here the last 3 times he's touched the football, as they are opening huge holes on this right defensive side of the Seymour football team.
So the football is spotted at the 37-yard line of Seymour. The Greyhounds have it.
They got to go 1st and 20. They got a haul to get this first down.
Wing T look for the Greyhounds. We're deep into the second quarter, and we've got a flag dropped.
Pick up 5 on the motion as the back came in motion. It drew the defensive end off sides, and they're going to pick up 5 easy yards here, so they'll get a couple back. Cut it down to a 1st and 15. About 16, call it. 15. Tough to see, but 1st and 15 for Naugatuck. And this is going to say an awful lot about this game, Eddie. If Naugatuck can convert this on this long, it's going to be a difficult thing for that Seymour defense to overcome later on, because they've got them backed up a little bit here, and they've been getting pushed around. They've got to make a stand right here.
Speranzini is checked into the backfield for Slocum. Slocum getting a well-deserved rest on the Naugatuck bench, and they try Kuzma this time. And the junior running back crosses the 30-yard line to the 28 before he's stopped by Sympathy.
Naugatuck is running the same play whether they come with Kuzma or Slocum. It's just the inside, little scissors. Both guards getting in front of it. That's Levine and York. And they're just following their guards for good yardage. It'll bring up a second and about 12 right at the 28.5 yard line.
So the backfield is Solozzi, the fullback, and the wing backs are Kuzma and Speranzini on 2nd and 11. And Master Petro wants to put it up as a receiver out there. It is up for grabs. It is picked off, but let's see if it was picked off out of bounds. No, they're calling it a touchback as Parkasevich has intercepted in the end zone, and Seymour will take over at their 20-yard line.
That's a big play, and I think Seymour is going to get a break here as Parkasevich is going to really, his forward momentum is going to be stopped on the 1 yard line. They're going to give him the end zone, which will put the ball on the 20. This is an excellent interception. Watch Parkasevich when he comes down with the football. He is going to come down with the ball.
All he needs is 1 foot down, remember?
Right, he's down, but he should be marked at the 1 yard line. His momentum took him back into the end zone. And Seymour is going to get a break as they're going to get pretty good field position to start this one.
1st and 10.
Sweet coming to the near side flat on that one as they drove the outside receiver straight down the field. Kelly tries to hit him on this little out pattern. You see him coming right from his tight end position, just going to hit and then bounce to the outside. Ball is overthrown. Sweet never had a real chance to catch that one as it will bring up a 2nd and 10 for Seymour as you look into their huddle as Chris Kelly, their junior quarterback, brings them out.
2nd and 10 for the Cats. I-back formation. Naugatuck leads it 21-6. We're deep into the 2nd quarter here in Naugatuck. And rolling with a lot of time is Kelly.
Nice
Screens
screen.
it. And completed all the way up to the 34-yard line for the Cats. That was the screen to the fullback Tottenham. Lucky along with Speranzini combining on the stop for Naugatuck. And Seymour goes into that hurry-up 2-minute offense as they're on the football.
Kelly does a great job on the screen. You see right there, look at Tottenham just sit, wait, and then Kelly dumps him the football. Excellent yardage. Back to real live action here.
Back to live action as Kelly swings it out incomplete, throwing for Maury. And so it goes incomplete on 1st down. Let's set the line of scrimmage for you. The Cats have the football outside of their 30-yard line. We're about a minute to play here in the 2nd quarter at Veterans Field. 1 minute and 11 ticks, as a matter of fact. And the football marked at the 34-yard line. 2 wideouts either side of the field. And we know Seymour has the offensive capability to score and score quickly. Split backs, they'll be airing it out. They throw it out to Parkasevich. Parkasevich this time slips, and he is met there defensively by number 82, Mike Stango.
Big play right here for Seymour because they are staying in that 2-minute O. As you see the ball thrown out, Parkasevich really can't get untracked. Seymour right now at a 3rd and long.
3rd down. Kelly throws it out to Parkasevich, and Parkasevich going for the line to gain and going out of bounds on the completion before he's taken out again by Stango on the play.
They're going to be short of that 1st down. Interesting call here as they've gone to the 2-minute. I don't think they can afford to turn the ball over right here to Naugatuck with under a minute to go. Naugatuck still has all their 3 timeouts, so interesting call. I got a feel they're going to punt, but
well, they're coming out of the line.
They're coming out, lined up, ready to go here.
Ready to go is right.
21-6, you're not out of it. You might be out of it 28-6 if you give up another one here. So an interesting call by Coach Paul Sponheimer. They may just try and draw him off sides. We'll see what Chris Kelly and company choose to do.
Line of scrimmage is the 42. It's a 4th and 3 coming up for the Cats, and they hand off to Tottenham, and Tottenham has dived for the 1st down at the 45-yard line. So Seymour gambles, they pick it up. Lance on the stop for Naugatuck.
Got to take your hat off to the Wildcats as they choose to take a major chance right here Ball straight ahead to Tottenham. You saw him have trouble getting his footing. He leaps across that first down line, and he will be at the 45 with a first down. Seymour has taken a timeout as you see them in their huddle talking to Bob Kello, the offensive coordinator, and Coach Paul Sponheimer. That is, as coaches would say, a call at that point, and they made it. So they will have about 39 seconds left to go, and they've got to go 55 yards. Got a pretty good field goal kicker. If they can get down around the 20-yard line, give them an opportunity, but the field conditions don't really make it conducive to kicking that field goal. But 55 for the score, about 40 for a possible field goal.
Seymour has a first down coming up now with under a minute to go here in the first half. The line of scrimmage is the 45-yard line. Split backs, and you know they're going to be throwing the football. The junior quarterback, Kelly, throws it out to Maury. Maury cutting across the middle, midfield, and trying to get to the corner, to the outside, down to the 40, the 35-yard line, and taken down inside the Naugatuck 30, out of bounds by Mastropetro.
That is the same play that Parkasevich came on in the little screen. Maury starts back toward the quarterback from his split position. Kelly just gets in the ball. He's coming toward. And then they make a nice convoy of blockers, allowing, there's Hayward that misses it. Not Hayward, that's 82. Stango who misses it, allows Maury to get down the field to about the 28-yard line.
28 ticks remaining, and the Cats are within striking distance. They flare it out this time to Maury. Maury breaks a tackle, the 10-yard line, the 5, and Gerald Maury goes in for the Seymour score. An unbelievable sequence here in the final minute of play in the first half, as the Cats, first of all, gambled on a fourth down play, where by gambling, if they did not make the fourth down, they would have turned the football over to Naugatuck, and then they go in for the score.
We saw before the footing as Maury just takes a little out pattern. Now watch him just able to outrun tackles here as he gets a pretty good block on the outside to help him, and then Mastropetro just falls down again. Another tackle missed there as the Naugatuck player just falls to the ground.
And
great run by Gerald Morey, and Seymour right now, I bet, is going to go for 2.
And our director, Ron Karka, tells us something that we can see for ourselves.
Maybe a white Christmas.
A
white Thanksgiving.
We have some flurries out here. It's cold enough. Although really the wind has not been much of a factor here at all this afternoon at Veterans Field, but now just a couple of us.
Tell you, it's not windy where we are.
No, we're in the press box.
Matter of fact, it's very comfortable. Very nice here, and I would bet that Seymour is going to go for the 28-yard pass with only 17 seconds left to go here in this first half, has put Seymour back into this football game.
And we have 17 ticks remaining here in the first half, so we're not through with the first half here at Veterans Field. Naugatuck leads it now by a score of 21-12. Gerald Maury has just caught a pass from Chris Kelly, and in a fine effort and a fine run by Maury, takes it in from 28 yards out. Kelly will roll out on the extra point as a receiver all alone for the 2 points. That is the tight end, Sweet. And the Cats have drawn within 7.
Great call by Seymour. You see the snow falling. Maury comes in motion, then just drives to the inside from his wideout, and then Sweet just goes outside, wide open there as Kuzma unable to get on him as they just run a kind of little pick pattern for that extra point. Coach Craig Peters is talking right now down on the field to Kevin Kuzma, and he is explaining how the mistake occurred and trying to just emphasize that play they will see again as you look at some of the lovelies here at Naugatuck, and the scoreboard in the background tells you exactly where we are in this one. 17 seconds left to go in this first half, and it's been a wild first half. Some very big plays by both football teams. Seymour with that drive, though, with a 1 minute and 11 seconds, able to get into the end zone, is a big play in this football game.
And depending upon the outcome of this game, buddy, we may want to look back at that decision that the Seymour coaching staff made. As I said,
coaches called that
it was a gutty call.
Decision, a little stronger than gutty, but that is a big decision right on your own 40-yard line. the other team having 3 timeouts, you're down 21-6.
They chose to go for it, and they pick it up by about a foot or two. And
then convert into the touchdown, which makes it all worthwhile. So Seymour knew what they had to do, and they did it. They're back in this one at 21-14. We know in this second half they can put points on the board. The question is, how many does Naugatuck need to stay ahead? Because the Wildcats keep answering the scoring of the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
And do you get the feeling also, buddy, that as they say in a lot of games like this, the team in possession with the football at the end of the game is most likely to win it? Naugatuck leads at 21-14. We've got about 11 seconds remaining here in the first half. No, check that, 17 seconds according to our scoreboard clock here at Veterans Field. And it's a squib kick coming down. It is batted around and finally fallen on by Naugatuck at the 34-yard line. And let's see what Naugatuck chooses to do in the remaining ticks left here in the first half.
Not a lot you can do with 13 seconds, but they have taken a timeout to prevent the clock from starting, so they may choose to use possibly 2 plays. They've got 2 timeouts left on the 35. Again, the way they've been able to run the football with Slocum, the footing has made it conducive to the ball carrier knowing where he's going. The defense is having a difficult time stopping to break down and make a tackle. A running play may be a big play here in this game if they can get 1 or 2 blocks, especially a downfield block to spring one of the 2 ball carriers, either Slocum or Kuzma, who have the breakaway speed. You see Coach Peters there talking to his offense. On the other side, Coach Sponheimer talking to his defense. Interesting call from Naugatuck as they do enjoy a 21-6 lead. I don't think they would like to turn the ball over even with 13 seconds, but they don't want to do anything that's going to convert into points here, so they're not going to throw the ball outside into the flat areas where it could be picked off and run back. If they choose to throw, they're a bootleg type team, and their quarterback is not really a drop back player, so it may present a problem if they do want to throw, trying to avoid that bootleg.
Okay, let's see what Naugatuck does, in fact, with the football. They pitch it out. That's Solozzi. Solozzi bouncing outside the 40-yard line, then taken down from behind by Sympathy. Sympathy is all over the field defensively for Seymour, and Naugatuck immediately calls a timeout.
6 seconds left. Solozzi with pretty good speed, just taking a little pitch. Seymour is giving him the short yardage. You see again he's following his guard, Levine, gets to the outside before he is taken down, picks up a first down at the 45, about a 15-yard gain for Solozzi on that. Naugatuck with the timeout now, and they've got only 1 play, time for 1 play, so it's got to be a big one here with 6 seconds left to go.
So when we resume action here, Naugatuck will have a first down. The ball is spotted at the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line. Got time for perhaps just the 1 play, and the scoreboard clock showing the 6 seconds
Pass
left
play
to go.
incompletion. They might end up with a second, but anything where they put the ball on the ground, it's going to be the last one.
And of course, since we'll have no halftime activities, we will be coming back with an analysis of the first half and just a little bit of a synopsis of what went on before this game. That could be a show in itself.
So 6 seconds to go now in the first half. Naugatuck clinging to a 1-touchdown lead, 21-14.
So the Naugatuck breaks the huddle. Slocum is split out wide to the right side on first down. Master Petro, a deep drop, looks over the middle, and a wounded duck out there. It is up for grabs, and it goes incomplete. And time has run down here in the first half. And our halftime score at Veterans Field in Naugatuck is Naugatuck 21 and Seymour 14. We'll be back with a little bit of discussion and analysis of the first half right after these messages.
Welcome to Curtis Ryan Honda. Did you know that our sales staff has been with us over an average of 10 years?
And our service technicians for over 7 years.
Did you know that Curtis Ryan in Shelton is the first Honda dealership ever in the state of Connecticut?
We also provide car care clinics because an informed customer is a satisfied customer.
And all this makes us Honda's #1 volume dealership in Southern Connecticut.
So come to the house that's service built. We are the Honda experts, and you don't deserve anything less.
Turn on your breakfast. Turn it on. Turn on your day. You're the one that's gonna make it. Look at your work. Look at your play. Be your best every day. Have fun. Just do it your way. Turn it on. Turn on the breakfast. Turn it on. Now don't you know? You're the one that's gonna make it. Look at your move. Look at your go. Turn it on.
Welcome back, everyone. We're at halftime here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck, and I think, Buddy, as we get the shot now at the center of the field, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Let's talk about some of the doings and some of the goings-on before this football game here. A football game that almost wasn't played here. There were a lot of conferences going on. The athletic directors from both schools were involved. The head coaches were involved, the officials were involved, and it really wasn't until 45 minutes before the game, because of the conditions that our viewers can see right now and have seen in the first half, that the final decision was made to play.
Well, I think it went even later than that. It was really about 1:15 that they finally decided, mutually agreed that they would play on this field. They were going to talk, they talked about switching it to the soccer field adjacent to the football field. There was a problem with lines in the clock, so they finally made a decision that they would play on this field if they got some sand to really fill in some of the holes. And the problem isn't the water as much as the holes. There are some holes out there that they were concerned about, that one of the players might get injured, in the liability factor. So until they brought the sand out, which started about 1:45, they were not sure. And finally, about 1:15, they did mutually agree that they would play it on this field. There was talk of moving it to Seymour, and that was discounted. So that the decision really was left to playing on this field or canceling the game. And I don't think anyone wanted to cancel it today because they'd be forced to come back tomorrow. Whether the conditions would be much better would be questionable. Seymour has to play on Friday, so they obviously don't want to go another day. They were ready to play yesterday, and prolonging this would just aggravate some of the problems that they already have for the coming week.
Well, let me just tell you also about my discussions with the directors of athletics from both programs. Mike Mudry and Bob Coet are good friends, obviously, from their talking before the football game, and we don't know all the behind-the-scenes ramifications and whether there actually was a formal offer to play the game in Seymour. You got to think that along the way there was a request made to move the game over there. Anyway,
let me tell you what Seymour said. They were willing to pay for the bus transportation, pack them up at 1 o'clock, and go to their field. There was no question they would move it to Seymour, and that was Mike Mudry's offer. They also made an offer as early as Thursday to move the game to Seymour and to avoid the problems. Naugatuck felt that their field would be ready, and they wanted this home game, so that was also discounted. But Seymour, right up until 1 o'clock, was willing to move this game to their field and pay for bus transportation to get everyone over there. So they were serious about not playing on this field.
Now let's turn the attention to the actual field in itself. And our viewers did not have a chance to see this, but before the game, when I could see the director of athletics here, Bob Coet of Naugatuck High School, actually going out there and actually applying the sand himself. But Mr. Coet is under a great deal of I don't know the word. I'm searching for a word down here, but there's a lot of difficulty being put on his shoulders up here, because believe me, don't cast any aspersions to Bob Coet, because he has done all he can do. There's a lot of things that he is powerless to do. In one sense, I think it's incumbent upon the borough of Naugatuck now to look at this field, to recognize they have a problem, and instead of casting stones and seeking out who is to blame for the problems with this field, and it's been a continuing problem. It's just not this week that this has been a problem. This field just doesn't drain well. Anytime you have rain, it just doesn't drain well. They've had continuing problems. The next step then for the borough of Naugatuck is to get together. Don't cast fingers at anybody. Don't point fingers, but to do something about the situation up here.
Well, unfortunately, to fix this situation, it's going to cost some dollars. They have already invested heavily in this field, and that may be one of the concerns that they have, that they have already put an awful lot of money into this field, and right now they don't have a facility I think that they're happy with. So somebody's going to have to take a hard look at the situation. It's going to be a tough call for whoever has to make that decision.
Buddy, why don't we just go right into the scoring highlights for the first half, and then we'll wrap things up here at halftime. A
lot of points scored, and Jesse Slocum has the 3 touchdowns for Naugatuck. He scored 2 touchdowns early for Naugatuck as they took a 14-0 lead with 11:05 gone or left to go in that first half of football. Tottenham came with a 5-yard run after a great pass from Parkasevich, or a run by Parkasevich on the pass. Slocum answered with a 70-yard touchdown, and then Morey right at the end of the half made it 21-14, and that's where we stand right now as we're ready to start this second half.
And we'll be right back with our second half of football here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck, and once again our halftime score is Naugatuck 21 and Seymour 14.
Who is Connecticut's leading discount plumbing supplier? Allen's Plumbing Supply of Seymour.
It's simple. Allen's Plumbing Supply costs less. That's right, you'll find incredibly low discount prices every day. And when you want free advice on plumbing, heating, kitchen, or bath remodeling, Allen's has Connecticut licensed plumbers on our staff to help you. The best price and free advice. Allen's Plumbing Supply, Route 67, Seymour. It's simple. Allen's costs less. Period.
When friends don't stop friends from drinking and driving. Friends die from drinking and driving. Friends die from drinking and... Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
Welcome back, everyone, and we are ready for our second half kickoff here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. And we've had quite a first half of play on this muddy, treacherous field at Veterans Field. And Seymour, by going in with only 17 ticks in the left in the first half, going in and converting on the extra point to 2 points, they have drawn to within 7 points. And get ready for some more offensive fireworks in the second half. Both teams can score, and when you see how quickly Seymour, especially Seymour, can score, it makes it interesting. A moment ago, you saw Parkasevich back deep for Seymour, ready as one of the deep men for Seymour. And just a moment ago in your picture, the sophomore kicker for the Greyhounds, Joe Edmonds. Naugatuck leads at 21-14. Our Telemedia Valley High School Game of the Week. There's a loose ball on a squib kind of a kickoff, and let's see who has come up with the football. And it's Seymour's football at about their 49-yard line. So one of the up men for Seymour fell on the football. Jason Tracy falling on the football, and already the Cats have the advantage of some fine field position at their 49-yard line.
Seymour back out, led by senior quarterback, junior quarterback Chris Kelly.
First down for the Cats to open up matters here in the second half at Veterans Field. They hand to the fullback, that is Tottenham, and he is stuck by Lance at the line of scrimmage and driven back.
Lance just came right through the offensive block, took Tottenham backward. Watch as Tottenham just does not even get to the line of scrimmage. There's 51 right there. He beats the block, makes the tackle, and it's going to be a loss of about 2. Good job by Rob Lance, the senior, just breaking through the line of scrimmage for the loss.
Line of scrimmage now the 47-yard line. 2nd and 12 for the Cats, underway here in the second half. The junior quarterback back to throw. Kelly over the middle, has a receiver out there. It is caught. That's the tight end, Sweet. inside the 40 to the 38-yard line before he's taken down there by Kuzma.
That one was between two defenders. One was lucky. I'm not sure who the other linebacker was, but Kelly just threaded the needle. Excellent throw. You see two right there. That's Lucky, and behind him, I'm not sure, but they knock each other off. That's Levine. Sweet gets it, runs into Kuzma, but picks up a first down. Nice throw by Chris Kelly to his tight end, Clayton Sweet.
First down for Seymour at the 38. Kelly rolling and throwing on first down. This time the target is Morey, and Morey tries to get out of a tackle, unable to do so on a short yardage first down gain for Seymour. Kuzma again defensively for Naugatuck.
One of the things that Naugatuck had problems with was wrapping up after the catch. Here you see Kuzma, he gets a piece and he's not going to let go, and then he's going to wait for help as Morey tries to get out of the arms of Kevin Kuzma, but Kuzma holds on. They'll pick up about 2, and there's the little bit of treacherous conditions, and that's on this near side, the Naugatuck side of the field.
Football marked at the 35-yard line of Naugatuck. Second down for Seymour. Seymour as Kelly airs it out. It's an incompleted pass. It was intended for the tight end, Sweet, but arriving at the same time was Kuzma, and he contributed and he caused the incompletion.
Watch as the receiver touches the football, number 26, Kevin Kuzma, right there. We'll just wrap him up. Sweet unable to hold on, as Eddie just said. It'll bring up a 3rd and long at the 35. Willing to bet that this is 2-down territory for Seymour as they went for it near the end of the first half. I got to bet if they went for it on their own 40, they're going to go for it here on the Naugatuck 35.
2 wide receivers out to the right side. Actually, Sweet is in a slot, and Morey, the wide out to the right side, and Parkasevich to the top part of your screen. A long count on 3rd down. They send Ray in motion. Kelly rolling, throwing. It is incomplete. It was intended for Ray out of the backfield, and Master Petro on the defensive coverage for Naugatuck. So now it will bring up a 4th down play at the 35.
Looks like they're going to prove me wrong. They're going to punt. This is just a little bit of a slide to the outside. Master Petro all over Ray as Ray came out of the backfield, just tried to sneak to the near side. Brings up a 4th down, and Schultz will be back to punt the football as the exchange by Naugatuck to get their special teams unit on the field.
Schultz, the kicking specialist for the Cats, standing at his at the Naugatuck 47. It's an end-over-end punt, coming down and down by the Cats at the 8-yard line, down by Gerald Morey. And so Naugatuck's first possession of the second half inside their 10.
And I think that's a great call by Seymour. Field position right now, they're only down 7. They've got a whole half with 9:50 left to go. Schultz does a good job of kicking it, getting the ball down the field. Look at the concentration, head down, nice punt, and then Seymour able to down it at the 8-yard line. You see as the ball rolls down right at the 8. Naugatuck with the football, their first possession as we start this second half for the Naugatuck offense.
First down for Naugatuck inside their 10-yard line, their first possession of the second half, and that is Kuzma on one of the base play for Coach Craig Peters. Sympathy ties him up after a short pickup into the line of scrimmage.
Kuzma again on the little bit lead, or following the lead block of Salosi, trying to get the power to the off tackle. You see Sympathy and company wrapping him up. About a yard gain, very short yardage on that play. 2nd and long for Naugatuck. Not a throwing situation, Edward.
Just outside the 10-yard line are the Greyhounds. 2nd and 9. They lead it by 7. This non-league battle, traditional battle.
There.
That's Slocum on the outside, and Slocum all the way up to the 20-yard line. It's going to be close to the yardage needed for the first down. Sympathy on the stop for Seymour.
Looks like Seymour has no one on the right side. Look at the good block inside by Kuzma. He just caves it in, and then coming around the corner, Slocum has nobody really until he gets to right there. Ray, good block before Parkasevich and company drag him down, but a big gain. First down right at the 20. Nobody on this near side for Seymour on that play on defense.
First down for the Hounds just outside their 20-yard line. Their first possession of the second half. Naugatuck would like to keep the ball and control it on the ground and go on one of their patented sustained drives. That's Slocum being slowed up. Sympathy again around the football defensively for Seymour. Has been outstanding at middle linebacker for Coach Paul Sponheimer.
Same play. You see both guards coming around the corner, York and Levine. The end this time plays off the block pretty well for Seymour. Scorantino does a good job on that one, closing it off. Slocum picks up about 2 yards on that carry. It'll bring up a 2nd and 8 for Naugatuck.
Second down coming up for the Hounds. The football now at the 22-yard line. Wing T look. Slocum, Kuzma, and Solozzi in the backfield. The quarterback is Mastropetro, and they hand to the fullback, Solozzi, with a seam up the middle, and Solozzi's picked up the first down outside the 30-yard line. Tottenham making the tackle for Seymour.
Good double team, and then the trap gets Solozzi up inside. First time they've run that this afternoon for Naugatuck. Another first down for the Greyhounds around the 33.5-yard line. That's a base of that wing T. The double down by the guard in center, and then the off guard pulling on the trap block, getting the fullback up the middle. Good yardage as you look at the cheerleaders on this near side.
First down for Naugatuck. We'll call it the 34-yard line. In motion, that is Slocum, and he gets the handoff, and Slocum carries a couple of Seymour defenders across the 35 before he is upended by Captain Mike Scorantino.
Naugatuck has made a living on that Seymour right side as Craig Peters talking to his offensive unit. Right there sending the play in with number 81, his McGettigan, excuse me, as he shuffles the plays in and out. But Naugatuck has made a living on this right defensive side, and they are going to come back to it again and again until Seymour shuts it off.
Well, that's Coach Craig Peters' offensive philosophy all the time. He's going to run the football until you stop him. And Solozzi this time is hemmed down after a short pickup. Once again, around the football, the number 50, Kevin Sympathy. Outstanding sophomore for Coach Sponheimer. Seems on every tackle buddy for Seymour, Sympathy's name is being called.
Steve Solozzi just trying to come up inside, picks up a couple, will bring up about a 3rd and 6. As you look into that Seymour defensive unit, they need to come up with a play here, a big play, get that offense the football.
3rd and about 6 for a first down for Naugatuck at the 37-yard line. And they pitch this time to Solozzi, and Solozzi's not going to pick up the yardage needed for the first down. Upended at the 39-yard line.
Good job by Seymour that time, closing off this near side, and that's been where Naugatuck has been going when they needed yardage. Solozzi tries to get outside. You see Scorantino playing off the block, gets some help from inside on the pursuit, and it'll bring up a 4th and about 5 for Naugatuck. They're going to be forced to punt the football. Took the ball from their own 8-yard line out to the 40, but Seymour's defense has stiffened. They will force the punt, and the Seymour offense will get a chance to try and tie this game up.
Mastropetro will punt the football away. Back in single safety is Parkasevich, and he accepts the punt inside his 30-yard line. He is taken down immediately by Hayward, and so Seymour will get their second look at the football, their second possession of the second half.
Got it up high in the air enough, not so much deep, but it was wobbly to stay up there.
We've got a timeout on the field, and let's take our own timeout.
For the newest look in fashion jewelry, get a pair of unique ear pins available at Thomas Jewelers. Whether it's clipped on or worn as a pierced earring, the ear pin curves to the contour of the ear, creating a look of sleek sophistication and offering an elegant twist in fine jewelry. Come see Thomas Jewelers' stunning collection of ear pins in a variety of designs set with diamonds and other precious stones, starting at only $75 a pair. Ear pins only at Thomas Jewelers, Main Street in Ansonia.
This is where I live. There are lots of doctors and machines for me and the other kids. Last week, a guy named Mike came. He took us all on a camping trip.
Mike gives up a weekend a month to help a disabled child, but he gets back a feeling that lasts forever.
When I get better, you know what? I'm going to take Mike fishing.
To find out what you can do in your community, call the Points of Light Foundation. Do something good. Feel something real.
We're back, everyone, in the third quarter of play at Veterans Field, and Seymour, their second possession of the second half, taking over after the Naugatuck punt at the 28-yard line. They run the fullback. That is Tottenham, straight ahead off the left side. And as Jeff crosses the 30-yard line for some short yardage on first down, taken down by the tackle, Rob Lance.
Just a straight-ahead play to the fullback. They opened up their first series of the second half with that. This time, again, we see pretty good play by Lance and Levine, just shortening it down as one of the Naugatuck players is down. That looks like Levine that is down there on the ground. It'll be a second and about 7 for the Seymour football team. And Lance, or excuse me, Levine is just got a problem. Looks like the way coach is feeling up under there with his shoulder.
NSB, safe and secure since 1870. Also by Rose Garden.
With our break in the action now, let's go to our third quarter feature, Playbook.
The misdirection or counterplay is a great weapon for a running football team. As the defense moves with the first fake, the ball carrier will come behind that fake to the opposite side of the line following his blockers. It's a great running play.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's go to a replay and find out about the injury in the last play to Levine.
Watch Levine as he makes the tackle right there. That's the shoulder that he hurt, his right shoulder. Made it on the tackle, trying to tackle Tottenham.
Back to live action on the option. That is Kelly slipping as he went along the line of scrimmage, fake to the fullback, and Kelly slid for a pickup of 2 on the play. Perello, who's just checked in at linebacker for Levine, on the tackle for Naugatuck. So it'll be a third down coming up for Seymour.
Now they fake to the fullback. Watch as the quarterback, Kelly, comes to the outside. Here he's going to lose his footing. He tries to cut. He just cannot keep his footing. It'll bring up a 3rd and long for Seymour. They have set that play up all day trying to run the option. Kelly could not keep his footing as he tried to turn the corner.
Ball at the 32-yard line. Naugatuck leads it 21-14. We're deep into the third quarter of play here in Naugatuck. Our telemedia game of the week. Kelly throws it out. Incomplete to Maury. And around the football was Speranzini covering for Naugatuck. Always a question about whether it is a pass or a lateral. That time, evident that it's a pass.
Again, Maury on the play, just similar to the one he made the big yardage, comes back toward the football. Kelly throws it up too high for Maury to bring it in. It'll bring up a 4th down. And there's a youngster enjoying today's action as his son is out here at Veterans Field with mom and sisters watching as Naugatuck is ready to punt. Or excuse me, Seymour is ready to punt.
And Schultz gets it off. On the other end, Hayward, there's a loose ball. And it's Seymour's football. Hayward fumbled the punt away, and Seymour will have it at the Naugatuck 43-yard line. Might have been Gerald Maury.
Hayward has to fight his fellow teammates for the football right here. As you see, Master Picho got in his way, and then he's going to get hit as he is turned or spun around. The ball comes loose. Seymour with a big turnover at about the 42.5, 43-yard line. Their offense back in gear, looking to tie this one up here in the third quarter.
Split backs for Seymour. They have it at the Naugatuck 43, so Seymour presented with a golden opportunity to tie things up. They hand off to Tottenham. Tottenham across the 40-yard line, sliding to the 38. Master Petro and Slocum defensively around the football for Naugatuck.
Fullback will break to the near side. He finds a pretty good hole and gets excellent yardage downfield before he's going to get wrapped up. Master Petro and Kuzma for the tackle. It'll be a 2nd and about 5. Ball right in the middle of the slop at about the 38, 37-yard line.
So it's a 2nd down coming up for the Cats. Split backs, 2nd down deep in the third quarter. Seymour going for a tying score here. Kelly hands off. Tottenham, nothing fancy, straight up the middle, crosses the 35 down to the 34. Middle of that Naugatuck defense combining on the tackle.
Again, they're taking the fullback, trying to come straight ahead. Tottenham with pretty good yardage inside, tough yardage as he picks up about 2. It'll be a 3rd and about, a little over a yard and a half, maybe 2 yards, as the ball just inside the 35-yard line at about the Naugatuck 34 and a half. Seymour now with the split back look. They need a first down as timeout has been called right down in front of us again.
Levine, Buddy, made the tackle on the last play, was right in the middle of things, and now he has something else affecting. Pierce might be even a cramp, but before he had the problem with the shoulder, and in previous games up here, we've seen that Levine has had some problem with the shoulder. And
this one's down in the lower leg. Looks like area of the hamstring, maybe just a cramp, as you see. Usually when the coach puts that leg up, that's sign of a cramping in that lower leg or area of the thigh, as Coach Peters and company just trying to work that cramp out.
Levine is a football player. He's injured on one play, and he's back in action as soon as he can get back into the football game. Perella will, of course, check in for at least this play at linebacker. When we resume play here, the Seymour Wildcats will have a 3rd down coming up, the football at the Naugatuck 34. It is a 3rd down, 3rd and about 1.5 yards for the first down. They have come up with a Naugatuck turnover. Hayward had fumbled the punt, and Morey jumping on the loose ball for Seymour, and Seymour back in business, 3rd and short. They flank Morey out wide to the left, Parkasevich to the bottom right part of your picture on 3rd and short. Split backs for the Cats.
34-yard line, they go out of a split backfield. Naugatuck showing blitz. Kelly under center, calling out the signals.
They hand off to Tottenham, and Tottenham, I believe, has picked up the yardage for the first down before he has pushed back his initial surge. Let's credit Seghetti, the nose guard, with the initial hit for Naugatuck.
Watch Tottenham. He will just come right over his guard, between the guard and tackle, finds that seam. As you see Hughes getting turned out before he is finally wrapped up. It will be very close to that first down. They are saying no, it's going to be 4th, and it will be interesting to see whether they measure here. I thought he had it, and the spot was moved back a little bit. It will bring up, right now they're saying a 4th down, as they're not going to give Seymour the opportunity to get a look at it. You see at the top of your picture, Coach Paul Sponheimer is asking to have a look. I think he is going to get his way, as they are going to bring the chains out.
Oh, they're going to measure it. I thought he might have picked up his forward.
I thought there was not a question.
His momentum and his forward progress had picked up the first down, and officials said no, and now we have the chains being brought out. And let's see what the result is. They're short a foot. 1 foot.
Short of a first down. So by about the length of the football, it'll bring up a 3rd down and short.
So obviously 4 down territory. Waning moments of the 3rd quarter. Seymour has the football down by 7 points. It's been a good one. This traditional non-league battle between these two neighboring towns. 4th and short. Let's see if Kelly takes it straight ahead. He does, and he's picked up the first down with the forward progress close to the 30-yard line. First down, Seymour.
Good call that time by Seymour. Just short, straight-ahead play by Chris Kelly, because the fullback is coming out of that real tough footing, and to get ahead of steam up may have been difficult. Kelly just a short couple steps to his right side, and then picks up more than the necessary yardage for the first down, as he's very close to the 30-yard line. Seymour now with an excellent drive, started after the fumble by Hayward on the punt return. So we are close to the end of this 3rd quarter of football.
First down for Seymour just outside the Naugatuck 30-yard line. They go back to the I-back set. Play action. Kelly winding up, throwing downfield as a receiver out there. Incomplete. Up for grabs inside the 5-yard line, and Parkasevich almost made a circus catch for Seymour. Mastropetro and Slocum on the coverage for Naugatuck.
Jesse Slocum just knocks the football out of the hands of Gary Parkasevich. Excellent faking by Chris Kelly. And then Kelly will get the ball right into the hands of his receiver, Gary Parkasevich. But watch Slocum go up, the catch, and then Slocum will just take the ball right out of the hands of Gary Parkasevich. Mastropetro coming over to help.
Split backs for Seymour. 2nd and 10. They give to Ray, slicing off the left side, and he's being upended at the line of scrimmage. Captain Paul Lucky on the defensive play for Naugatuck. So it'll be 3rd and 10.
Nice defensive play as they come with the inside counter. Ray tries to get to the outside. Pretty good blocking, and Kelly just slips off the inside block and makes the tackle. No gain for Seymour on that one. A 3rd and about 10 for the Seymour Wildcats, and we're going to start the 4th quarter with Seymour on a 3rd and 10 possession.
And we have concluded the 3rd quarter of play here at Naugatuck's Veterans Field, and our 3rd quarter score is Naugatuck 21, Seymour 14.
Hello, I'm Bob Archer of Kasdan Elm City Fuel. We have supplied and installed high-quality oil-burning boilers in New Haven and the Valley area for over 50 years. Dunkirk boilers lead the industry in value and design. Our Dunkirk cast-iron wet-base boilers with Riello oil burners provide our customers with clean, economical heat and plenty of piping hot water for domestic use. Dunkirk, in business since 1928, offers a 20-year warranty on all its high-quality boilers. Call us today for a free estimate.
An act of God is a hard act to follow. We know. We do it every day. But right now, it's harder than ever because our disaster relief fund is gone. Our ability to help is threatened. Support the Red Cross. Call 1-800-842-2200. We can't do it without you.
Welcome back, everyone. Time for our 4th quarter of play here, and Seymour faced with a 3rd and 10 now from the Naugatuck 30 as we begin matters here in the 4th quarter. We've got a good one for you. Kelly, the junior quarterback, rolling, throwing over the middle. It is a completion to the tight end, Clayton Sweet, and Sweet down to the 10-yard line and inside the 10. Slocum on the tackle, but not before Seymour has picked up a 1st down inside the Naugatuck 10.
Kelly looks to the outside to Ray, and then Ray covered, comes back inside to Sweet. Great catch by Sweet as Kuzma could not get a piece of the football, and then after catching the ball, Clayton Sweet does a great job of running the ball another 7 yards to get it inside the 10, 1st and goal.
It's a 1st and goal at the Naugatuck 9-yard line. I-back formation for the Cats, looking to tie this up. That is Ray. He is stopped by Seghetti. A fine play, and we've got flags dropped on the play, and that might go against the Greyhounds.
Usually it's a face mask in there, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a half the distance. Good job by Seghetti as he comes off the block and then will get the face mask, no question about it, on Jacob Ray, and that will cost them a half the distance. And there are some very interested individuals watching this one. The Ansonia staff, head coach Jack Hunt there, Mr. Della Volpe and company, getting a look at the team they will play on Thanksgiving. We'll be there to cover it for you at Telemedia.
2nd and goal coming up for the Cats. That is Tottenham. He is spinning close to the end zone and close to the goal line.
Seymour,
there's no indication yet.
Unfortunately, the referee and company do not agree. He's going to be right at the goal line as you see Tottenham come straight ahead. He is going after that tough yardage. Good blocking along the line of scrimmage as Seymour gets him a lane. He will come right up to that goal line, does not get the ball across. We'll see if Seymour can do it right here.
3rd and goal as Kelly sneaks it in for the touchdown. And Seymour draws within a point of Naugatuck. Chris Kelly, the junior quarterback, sneaks it in from 1 yard out. And we're setting ourselves up for a fantastic finish here at Veterans Field.
Interesting call as Seymour is going to go for the tie right here. They've had 1 extra point blocked. Their special teams unit, especially their kicking unit, has been very successful all year. So we'll see if that, and there's going to be a problem.
There's a high snap, and that is Brian Schultz diving for the extra 2 points, and he is knocked out of bounds short of the goal line. And so the high snap from center has cost the Wildcats, and Naugatuck has held on now to a slim 1-point lead. It is Naugatuck 21 and Seymour 20.
Bad snap, and then Schultz runs the fire drill, and that is what coaches call a scramble after a bad snap, where he tries to get in and he gets drilled. You see Slocum,
Master Petro.
He will get credit for it. Coach Sponheimer has to be very upset. His special teams unit, very successful all year. They have made 2 mistakes here today, and they have cost them possibly a football game. As Seymour, with the opportunity to tie, is now trailing 21-20 with 10:31 left to go in this football game. Naugatuck needs a drive. They'd like to get a score, but they certainly have to put some first downs together. They can't afford to give the Wildcats the ball back. After the score, Seymour able to get that score. Kelly on the throwing, or has been successful all day throwing the football. Big play, his pass to Clayton Sweet, and then Sweet getting the ball down inside the 10, and then Tottenham getting it to the goal line. Kelly converting on the sneak. Extra point, though, awry, and it's 21-20. The Naugatuck Greyhounds clinging to a 1-point lead. About 10:31 left to go in this one here at Veterans Field.
A lot of time left as Schultz will kick it off for Seymour. Seymour is drawn within 1, 21-20. Schultz puts his foot into the football, and that is an automatic touchback. It's coming out to the 20-yard line.
Ball, it was offsides, no question about it. The guy on the far end was offsides for Seymour. Seymour will get or Naugatuck will get a choice on this one as Schultz hit it, put it into the end zone, but it's going to come back, and that may be a mistake because that's going to cost them some field position as the Greyhounds now will get an opportunity possibly to move that ball out past the 20.
So now the ball will be teed up at the 35-yard line, and Schultz will kick it off from there.
That was Morey at the top of your picture who was offside, and he was a stride ahead of the kick from Schultz. Schultz will put it down, and he will try and do the same thing as standing back deep. Jesse Slocum waiting for this kick.
Slocum is the deep man for Naugatuck on the kickoff return team, and Schultz will do it again. And again, he drills it end over end. This time it's in the field of play at the 5, where it's received by Slocum.
Nice
Slocum
lane.
with a lane at the 40. Midfield, still on his feet, tiptoeing down the sidelines and inside the Seymour 40-yard line. Jesse Slocum, before he's taken down.
That's a 45-yard mistake by Seymour. Ball is hit very well by Schultz, but Slocum gets a lane to the near side. A great job of blocking by Naugatuck, and he has a seam right there with a convoy in front of him, and he gets the ball down to the 35-yard line of the Seymour Wildcats.
And let's credit the captain, Mike Scorantino, with making a touchdown-saving tackle at that point. The ball is marked at the 36-yard line, and the first down they can to Kuzma on first down, and he is upended in the secondary by Sweet.
Power off tackle with Solosi leading, along with the 2 guards. Kuzma stepping up inside. Right there, trying to strip the football is number 65 for Seymour, and that's R.J. Ritchie. Down on the field, Kevin Kuzma with Coach Peters. A little bit of an ankle injury, the right ankle there, and he seems to be in some pain. He would be a severe loss to the Greyhounds at this point, especially on defense. He is that monster back and has put a great deal of pressure on Chris Kelly all day. He would be a severe loss right now to the Greyhounds, and it looks as if he is done for the day. And there is a quality football player, a junior who has played for the last 2 years. You'll see Kuzma come here. When R.J. Ritchie grabs a piece of the football, that might be the spot where he gets that ankle turn, because he's going to right there plant, and there comes the ball, trying to rip the ball out. And he got a little bit of bent on that ankle as he was turned back on the tackle. So Kevin Kuzma with that ankle injury. And he certainly is in pain as he is down on the field with Coach Peters.
And putting some ice on the inside portion also. Wrapping it in ice right now. Naugatuck trainer Rudy Martin running out there.
The way they are taking care of that, they are going to take precautions.
There's the ice.
Ice it up,
There's the ice.
1 point lead at 21-20.
He is off to get an x-ray for that one.
That does not look good for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. Their outstanding junior running back. He's a two-way player for Coach Peters. And let's take another look at it.
Richie has part of the football. Kuzma tries to drag forward. He gets the ball back there, but right there I think is where it's going to come, as Richie is on the back part of his ankle, having come off the attempt to grab the football. He rolls up on the back part of the ankle. The tackle from the top bent him over, and that's probably where the injury occurred. Kevin's being helped off the field, not putting any pressure on that ankle. Hopefully we will see that young man back on Thanksgiving, because right now he is done for the day, and hopefully it's no more than a sprain. Can get some ice on it. He's got about a week,
week and a half
to get that ankle back before that big Turkey Day game with the Ansonia Chargers.
Second down for Naugatuck now as Speranzini comes in place of Kuzma, and Speranzini gets the call as he slides off the right side on second down. He's taken down there by the defensive end Mullen, Jeff Mullen, 6'2", 191-pound junior.
Speranzini comes on the little inside play. Slocum and company provide the blocking. Good job coming off the block for Seymour, making the tackle at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll bring up a third and about 6.5 to 7 yards for Naugatuck.
Line of scrimmage is the 32-yard line of Seymour. Naugatuck has a 1-point lead. It is Naugatuck 21 and Seymour 20 in the fourth quarter here in Naugatuck. In motion this time is Slocum. Back to throw is Master Petro, rolling. A defender on him, and he completes it to the 23-yard line for the first down. Coming out of the backfield, the fullback, Solozzi, on the reception.
Somebody for Seymour is going to be all over Scott Master Petro as he tries to throw the football. See Levine trying to get a piece of that Seymour player. Master Petro pushes him away, hits Solozzi, who is wide open at about the 24. He moves it to the 23, but a big first down for Naugatuck on about the 23-yard line.
And Naugatuck goes to the wishbone, a double tight end formation at the 23-yard line. They run Speranzini out of the left halfback spot, and Speranzini slices inside the 20 to the 19 before he's taken down by Ritchie.
Slocum and Solozzi lead Speranzini up inside off the right side. You see Ritchie getting a piece of the ball carrier. He picks up about 3.5. And you see them administering to Kevin Kuzma down on the side. They are going to wrap it and tape it, and maybe he can get back in this one.
Wishbone, Slocum with that upper body strength, barreling off the left side for a pair of yards, maybe 3 on the play. Out of the wishbone, the captain, Slocum. Ritchie on the stop for Seymour.
Speranzini and Solozzi this time lead Slocum. Slocum takes on the ball, or the tackler. That's number 65 again. Ritchie picks up an extra yard. It's a third down and about 4. It is definitely 4 down territory is coming off the field in front of you. Paul Lucky, the Greyhounds going to that wishbone. Very straight ahead type offenses. It's either going to go to Speranzini or Slocum. I bet Slocum.
Double tight end, third down. The Greyhounds trying to grind it out. Master Petro rolling, throwing as an open receiver out there. Is it a reception? It is. It's a catch. He threw it to Brandon Hayward, who had set up as a tight end to the right side.
Great call. Everybody's looking for Slocum or Speranzini. He fakes, then just comes out on the naked bootleg, turns, throws, gets the ball to Hayward, who just broke from his tight end position to the outside. Morey was completely fooled. Ball inside the 5. A great call by Bobby Harrison and company to get that one down inside the 5.
First and goal from the 4-yard line for Naugatuck. They hand to Speranzini, and Speranzini is into the end zone, but we've got a flag drop by the near official.
I think that's what's called a flying wedge. It didn't look like anybody got set. They came out of the huddle, it looked like Canada. They come up to the line of scrimmage, and they were moving before Seymour ever got set. It's going to come back, and it's going to be a 5-yarder. Let's see if we can see it. They are just, well, it doesn't look like they've got as much movement as I thought, as they did a pretty good job where the movement came, but they just blew Seymour right off the football to get into the end zone.
So they're going to be assessed a 5-yard penalty, and they bring the ball back to the 10-yard line, or just inside the 10, and it's we repeat the down, it's a 1st and goal. Tight formation, wishbone for Naugatuck. Again, they try Speranzini, and Speranzini down to the 5-yard line. So he picks up the yardage lost via the penalty. Whole front of that Seymour line, and the linebacker Ritchie given credit on the tackle for Seymour.
Slocum and Solosi lead blocking inside, do a good job to get Speranzini across the 5, down inside the 4-yard line on that first down carry. And that's a big play because they were 1st and goal from the 8. They've cut the distance down there, can stay in that bone and just try and pound it straight ahead.
Ball actually marked at the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, they try the same side, Speranzini, and he is awfully close to the goal line. We have not gotten a signal. He is right at the goal line.
Right at the goal line.
Speranzini.
Speranzini with some tough yardage inside against Solosi and Slocum. Lead blocking. Look at the leg drive as the Seymour people got him, but they're up high, and the leg drive by Speranzini gets the ball down close to the 1. You look at the cheerleaders, probably the only dry area of the field, and they found it right behind the Naugatuck bench.
Well, let's see if they go to Speranzini again from 1 foot out. Speranzini, Naugatuck score. Todd Speranzini for the 4th Naugatuck score.
Speranzini will come off the right side, just bounces outside, and then goes into the end zone, 1 yard. Worked hard. Speranzini worked hard for that one. He will get credit for the touchdown, having taken the ball from the 8 into the end zone. Naugatuck now with a big conversion here, because an 8-point advantage, they can only be tied. If they don't convert, Seymour could win on a conversion in 2 points.
It's Edmonds on the extra point. It might have even been tipped, but it goes through the uprights and across that bar for the all-important point for Naugatuck. And in our 4th quarter of play, it is Naugatuck 28 and Seymour 20. Let's take this timeout.
Boy, I really did it last night. Got drunk, acted stupid, went home with... Who is that? What, am I stupid? How did I do this? Barry began to worry, really worry. What about AIDS? Then he remembered, hey, I'm just a cartoon. I don't even have to shower. Get high, get stupid, get AIDS.
That's my dad. And that's Mom. Dad's got an idea. A way to get rid of all the grody garbage that's polluting the world. He's invented a big rocket ship to shoot all the garbage into outer space. Mom's not sure, but Dad says his invention will save the world.
There's an easier way to save the world. Recycle. For your free recycling action guide, write Recycle. Environmental Defense Fund, 257 Park Avenue South, New York, New York.
Welcome back, everyone.